Gigi Blankies, since 2011, presents on Blog Talk Radio Musings with Steve and Teresa. Gigi Blankies are baby blankets and toddler blankets for many and all. Call 740-727-1684 and talk with Teresa about the many different designs that she has available. Now on to the show.
Okay, we're on the pre-recording of our Blog Talk Radio today on Tuesday, May the 15th. Incidentally, Terry, did you realize that this was the anniversary of Mickey Mouse's first cartoon in 1929?
Mickey Mouse, yeah.
Yay, Mickey Mouse. I had some other tidbits, but I've forgotten them.
Yeah.
So we are going to get ready here and talk with some funny stories, and a couple of those stories you got are dynamite. And some information that kind of sprung up as I wandered through my preparations. Shows we got 10 seconds.
5,
3, 2, 1. Log Force Radio.
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Our show is captured and linked to YouTube. The programs are listed in the archives of both Blog Talk Radio and your YouTube video. You can watch as well as listen. We refer to our musings, or our efforts, as Musings with Steve and Teresa, and the shows are archived as such. A phone number will be presented later in the program, so I have paper and pen ready. We'll welcome your opinion during our discussions. I'm Steve, the co-host.
I'm Teresa, the other co-host.
We're here to enlighten, entertain, and inform about issues that we think are important. We want people to think about how positive actions make positive people. Terry, you got a great blankie there today.
Yes, I just call this crayons. I don't know how good you can see, but there's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crayons all stacked together and making a check pattern with the black background. And I put it black on the back of this one too, and encased it with the red satin. And I think it made the whole thing just pop. I think it's a very dramatic blankie.
I think so too.
I think it would go good for either gender, you know.
Yeah. Well, tell about the telephone number there, Terry.
I can't hear you. Anyone wanting to join in our discussion can call us at 347-308-8409. You'll be next in line. Again, that number is 347-308-8409. Come on, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, last week I presented data from the Columbus Dispatch series called Credit Scars. The Dispatch is publishing their investigations of the damage resulting from uncorrected information accumulated and distributed by the giants of the credit collection industry. The problem stems from the absence of the ethics of accuracy, if you will, Terry. There's no money to be made for agencies if they verify, modify, or correct the information they provide to seekers of credit data. Now, those are the bank, the businesses, employers, police, and government departments who ask the credit agencies to provide credit checks for the express purpose of deciding how to treat the subject individuals in lending, employing, and promoting. The agencies have no, and I mean no, reason to make sure the information is correct or even correctable. They maintain that they're providing a collecting and reporting service using the information provided by the businesses themselves. No reason to change anything. Now, the Dispatch is doing a 4-part expose. The second part was a collection of tales of woe, the stories of the unfortunates and their misfortunes due to error of information. Now, I hope the concern of the reading public will create enough pressure on the politicians to provide a correction to this corporate indifference. The problems will not be solved unless the organizations at fault see that they will have to pay money as a result of their inaccuracies. They must pay money to the injured, fines to the government for having to censure them, and finally spend money to make the corrections after the other fines and penalties are paid. Such cost can be estimated, applied against future profits. The price of service can be adjusted to recover the additional cost of their service. This is no different than we're asking the coal companies to do with mountaintop coal mining. Is put it back as good or better than when you got it, and you make it a part of the operation itself. Now, as I advised last week, don't hold your breath waiting for something to happen. We've been talking of changing times, and the turn of the 19th century, the year 1800, vast changes occurred in the middle of America. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 officially opened the country to expansion. That expansion had been ongoing and was the reason that Jefferson made the treaty in the first place. To give an example of our own, the Northwest Territory was opened in 1803 and Ohio was formed as a state. Yeah, well, no Caucasian was supposed to be in the territory except our grandparents in 1797 were already in Piketon, Ohio, and up the road. I think it's time to make a little funny there.
Yeah, let's see.
You got an ancient story?
Well, told by ancient people, yeah. Well, I got one here that I think I came across that is very good. Okay, it's about Mahatma Gandhi. As you know, he walked barefoot most of the time, which produced an impressive set of calluses on his feet. He also ate very little, which made him rather frail, and with his odd diet, he suffered from bad breath. This made him, forgive me, Mary Poppins, a super calloused, a fragile mystic, hexed by halitosis. I couldn't resist that one, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, my. Well, our subject today came from my birthday party last week, and my cousin had mentioned that he had tape recorded our grandmother Clark it turns out, May of 1981. Okay. And in there, she and my Uncle Lawson are reminiscing about times and things. One of the things that she mentioned was that they had a spring that with a rope going down to the spring from the kitchen, and you turned the crank, and the bucket brought the water from the spring up and dumped it in the sink.
That's neat.
And she says, and Grandpa Lawson had put a couple of sunfish in the spring.